Hey guys, today I will be teaching you how to make your own object show. So first you will need to make your characters. So to make your characters, you can just draw it, do whatever you want, yeah. So I'm not gonna make a character currently. I actually have a video on how to make a character, so you guys can go check that out. But right now, I will be showing you how to make your very own episode. First, you're going to want to put your base background. So we're going to find a background on Google. Okay. So what I look up is BFDI background. And then pick your own. If you're trying to make it a different style though, like teapot, BFB, IDFB, you can look up that and then put background at the end. So like if you're trying to look for a teapot background, put teapot background. But right now I'll be doing a classic BFDI. So you're gonna click import, and then you're gonna go back to your Google, and then you're gonna drag the picture that you're using. So I'm gonna drag my picture. Oh wait, yeah, you gotta put downloads. So you might have to go to a certain tab, and if that doesn't work, yeah. So you might also want to save image. So I'm gonna save this image as background. I'm gonna put BFDI background. BFDI background. And then I'm gonna save that. So now that should appear in the downloads. There you go, it's right there. I'm gonna import it. And there we go, we have our background right here. Next, we're gonna add our character. So pretty sure you have to go to stickers. No, never mind, I am wrong. Import. So we're gonna go here. So this lasts 5 seconds, okay? So let's make this little thing. So now we're gonna add something to it. We're gonna add something with it. Okay? So there we go, right there. There's our thing. So this is where we can choose how long we want it to be by using this thing. Now, if we want to try using a image so we're going to try to put our character, okay? Now, to put our character, you will have to go to media, import, I'm pretty sure. Import. Now we're gonna get our character. So you're gonna go back on Google, and if you want to use a character from another show, and look up your character. I'm gonna put Fiery for mine. Now, you can also save your character that you made into your files, and then you can put it into your CapCut. So I'm gonna use this Fiery. I'm gonna save the image, and I'm gonna name it fiery.png. So I did that. Now it appears right here. I'm gonna import that. Now I'm gonna make that a track, and I'm gonna move it up here. So now it appears here. Yes. But we don't know how to make it tinier. You gotta use the scale over here. Now it's tinier. Now, yes, I know this has a background to it. That's a little glitch that happens whenever you're on desktop. So I try to find PNGs. That's why whenever I'm on Google, I look up PNG at the end of it. So yeah. Now I can try saving this image. Now, it might automatically come up with a file name. That means that it's already good to go. You don't have to name it. So this, we don't like this, so we're going to replace the clip with this. There you go. There we go. Now it doesn't have a background. Sometimes you're going to have to use official ones instead of saving it yourself. Now, sometimes it works if you save it. But if it doesn't have its own name already, that means there's something wrong. So now we have our character. Now you can use your style of animating, but I'm going to teach you how to record audio. So when you're recording audio, you are going to have to go to this little microphone icon. Let's do this. Hold on. Alright, you guys ready? Hi! And there you go. That's how you record audio. It's pretty simple. This little thing, if it's not gaining blue lines, that means it can't hear you. Because this thing follows along with your voice. Now, if it doesn't work, you're going to go on your input device, and you're going to make sure it's connected to the device you're using. So, yes, mine is working. That's why there are blue lines going up here. So that's just to make sure. Now look at what I have so far. So yeah, pretty simple. But what I like to do, see these little lines out here? These are voice sound waves. So you can see the sound waves. You're gonna put it right at the start, and then you're gonna look up BFDI mouth. I'm gonna put a BFB mouth. PNG. Now you can also make your own mouth, but I use assets mostly. But I do make my own characters. So actually, I'll use a normal BFDI mouth. So I'm gonna save it. Save image. Smile open. That's what it's called for me. Okay. And then, no, get rid of that. We're gonna add another thing. Go to media, and then import. You gotta do this import, not this one. You gotta use this one with the plus next to it. And there's my mouth that I downloaded. So now, yeah, it looks like that. You're gonna click the plus, add it to the track, move that up. Now this is where we gotta shorten it. So we're gonna shorten it exactly to this line. The line will turn blue, so that makes you know you exactly lined it up. Okay? So, boom. Now if we want to, we can boom. If I want to put it right there, boom. So now it looks like this. Let me play it. Now, oh, I forgot something. We gotta move the mouth. Okay? So here's an easier way to make it smaller. You can use that, which I do. Oop, don't wanna miss that. But it's a little too big. So if you want to get it like perfect, I recommend using the scale though. Shoot. Ooh, let me fix that. I think that's good. So now we got this. But that's not how people talk in real life. They don't just move their mouth one way. Hi. So when you say hi, it's two different things. Your mouth open with your teeth closed. So we're gonna do that. We've got to find the part. So hi, that E part at the end. So that means we're gonna do a closed mouth when it says E. Okay? I know I sound crazy right now, but yes, that's how it works. BFDI mouth closed. PNG. So try to find the perfect one that matches your image. So it has to be the same shape, except it's gonna have a T. So I'm just gonna call this one, it's gonna have teeth. I'm gonna call this one download. I'm just gonna call it download. Import. Download. Now, it has the white thing on it, so we're gonna remove that. Delete. So that means I didn't get the right one. Let's see if we can find the right one. Where is it? It's kind of hard, so sometimes you have to use different assets. Or, what I like doing is flipping the pictures upside down. Now make sure your images are trusted sites, because if they're not trusted sites, then it could not work or it could look wrong. But I use trusted stuff. Save image. Okay. This one I'm gonna call teeth. So now import teeth. This one does not have the white around it, so that means it works. Boom. Boom. So let's see. Now we're gonna squish this down to a tinier size. Now the reason I keep the open mouth there is because you can perfectly align the teeth mouth with the first mouth. And then after you do that, now let's look for that. So let's do it right here. This is where we cut this off. Boom, 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 boom. So now let's see how that looks. And then cut it off when you stop hearing just the talking at all. So this is what we have. And then we can't just have Fiery saying hi to no one. So let's get a character to put there. Let's put Leafy. So we're gonna save the image. Does it have a name? No, so it's not trusted. Let's get a different one. Does it have a name? Nope, it's not trusted. So you gotta find ones that are trusted. But remember to put PNG at the end when you're typing. But you can also use your own images. You don't have to use other characters from like shows you've already seen before. You can add your own characters. You just gotta do the same steps I'm doing, just with your characters. So let's go all the way back to the start. Import Leafy voting. Boom. 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 Now we're gonna make them perfectly aligned. And we have our first scene. Let's just put Leafy right here. And here is our first scene. Boop. Let's watch this. Now, we're gonna need to make this a little higher because I'm pretty sure both of us can barely hear it. So let's make this a little louder. Let's see if that's too high or not. Let's see. Hi. Perfect. That's perfect. I'm not sure how it sounds on your guys' side though. Okay, let's listen to this. Hi. So yeah, there we go. We have our scene. Now you gotta make an intro. I'm gonna make a different video to show you guys how to make an intro. We also need like the end or something. Now if you're trying to end it like smooth, then I recommend looking up a picture of just look up black and it'll just give you like a black square. Save that picture. Doesn't matter if it has a name or not. Save it. Import. Then boom, boom. Now you see it's just a black photo. This is what we want. Watch this. So now we're gonna make it so big that it fills up the entire screen. Now we're gonna go to animation. Now fade in. So now when we're ending our thing, it's gonna have a fade. When our video ends, it has a fade. And then what I like doing, I like fading it into something different. So like fading it into the end screen or like a to be continued. So I'm gonna put to be continued. Okay. To be continued. So yeah. Well, what I like to do, I also like making the text animated. So you can pick any animation. There's many, like there's that. There's that. I don't really understand that one. Let me do it again. Yeah, I don't understand that one. Some of them you have to get premium for. I don't use premium. I do it all. Just do it all simple. I don't pay for anything. I don't pay for anything like that. So yeah, that. I'm gonna do this one. So now we have our episode. Well, this isn't our full episode, but this is what we have. Hi. So yeah, there we go. Just a simple little video. Now, it's really hard when you're on a computer or something. But we're forgetting one more thing. We have to make a voting screen. So we're going to do like a vote who you want to be eliminated. So whenever you're doing a voting thing, first you have to pick a thing that you're going to use. So like a handler. So like Leafy, if you want to vote Leafy out, pick a handle that you're going to use to say Leafy for short. So I'm going to put L. Boom. So type L in the chat if you want to vote Leafy. There you go. Vote in the comments. So vote who you think would be eliminated in the comments. And then we're gonna make this tiny. Ooh. Boom. And now we're gonna add one more text for Fiery. Gonna make him a handle. So F. We're gonna move it right here. Now, whenever you're doing a voting screen, you have to always put the character so they know, oh wait, I don't know which one is which. Okay, so, oh, I do not know what is happening there. Oh, that's what it's doing. Alright. I don't know why those are linked. Well, they're linked for some reason, but whenever you're... Oh, that's not good. Can I get rid of... Okay, so whenever you're, why is it doing that, bro? Whenever you're doing a voting screen. Now, also, if you're having troubles like I am, you can change the handle to just their name. Just like look at Fiery. And then I can put Leafy. Instead of putting a picture, which isn't that fun, but I have to because this computer is glitching out. And then like you can decorate it. So like I'm gonna make Leafy's green and I'm gonna make Fiery's orange. Make Leafy's like that. Make them both glow. So yeah. And then after you're done doing some final touches, yeah, then this is what you have. Hi. So yeah, there you go. In the next video, I will be teaching you guys how to make an intro. See you in the next one. Peace.